Good evening, everybody. I am CJ, your GM for the evening. I go by Syrian1987 online, and this is Monster Hunter International. We are playing the Savage Worlds edition. Tried the Hero edition, and oh my goodness, I'm not a huge fan of the Hero edition rules.
Hero system is a bit messy.
It feels like a game from the 80s. Nothing wrong with that. It's great that it's been around for a while, but...
I mean, technically you can race a rock and teleport to the moon, so...
True. Very, very true. Anyway, we're going to start again with Presley.
No. Hello, I am Josh. I go by Mishley online, and I am playing the Team Sharpshooter. I said it before, I'll say it again. We didn't meet last week because I was in New York. If you ever get a chance to see Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, do it. It's expensive. It is worth it.
We're not sponsored by Broadway.
Or are we? Call me. I'm Jason. I play an elf.
Basara?
Basara Duke, to be precise. I am the team melee and close combat, I guess, in general. I also get hurt a lot, and yeah. I go by DSO1177 on Twitch, and yeah, I think Basara's starting to get into anime and hentai, so there's that. So on to the next guy.
I honestly don't know where to go from there.
Just
introduce yourself.
No, we're just going to cut it off there and just start a new one.
My name is Garrett. I play the resident bookworm who comes in second place for getting hurt the most. His name is Mike Cannon. And you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever there is, at Beardsley89. Or Beardsly89, however you want to pronounce it. That's how it is.
I am Prosperous Guard on the Twitch and Twitter, and I am playing Wesley Waywood, the entrepreneur, gentleman, and tracker of the group.
And he owns the company.
Indeed, that's how I'm an entrepreneur.
Excuse me.
So, after our last session, somebody had been bitten by a werewolf.
Me.
And he is damn lucky he's an elf.
Me? Wait, who else is an elf?
No?
Elves
Didn't
are
you know it's
immune
just plastic surgery?
to the...
Wow, that's all it is.
Elves are immune to the disease, the curse of the werewolf.
It only affects humans, if I'm not mistaken.
Only affects humans.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was going to be a follow-up question if to affect other races like gnomes.
That's a midget werewolf!
Not that they've found. Also,
Sure.
that would be a werewolf who can teleport and turn invisible.
That would suck.
That would be a nightmare.
That's an apex right there.
So,
Bitten by a werewolf.
Although it would sound adorable.
Are you kidding? Gnomes are hardcore gangsters. They don't squeak. I'm not going to try and do that
imagine
voice.
like
I
angry
am not
chihuahuas.
going to do that voice.
they call you homie before they bust a cap in your ass.
I know how they
22
act.
caliber
Just thinking,
cap in your
werewolf, they're gonna sound different.
You're going to turn to kibble, homie.
Yeah, they're going to get lower, not higher.
Yep.
Unless we put helium in the mix.
Okay, a werewolf in helium. I can't. I will carry around a can of helium just for this.
I'm going to turn you into kibble. I'm going to tear your lungs out.
I can't even squeak while going this.
So, you guys were up north trying to find some trolls.
Yeah.
Didn't find the trolls, but you found a werewolf.
Yep. That was great.
In my off time, could I potentially be trying to keep tabs on Vanessa?
Yes.
Okay.
How are you going to try and keep tabs on her? Are you going to try and, stalk her?
I'm going to just keep general whereabouts. I can hire some people to stalk her, though, who are much harder to notice.
Okay.
I'm going to call up one of my boys, and I'll give him $250 now, and more based on what he gets me for information.
$250 now?
Yes.
Okay.
This is going to be these people are necromancers. This charge is going to be huge if we can figure it out.
You got your homeboy Romeo to do it for you. I had
Romeo and Juliet.
a list
Romeo?
of names and I
Romeo
can't
and
find it.
Juliet.
That's fine. Romeo.
Okay,
I'm not gonna do the pun of Nomeo.
thank you.
Nomeo.
They would shoot you for that.
Yeah, no.
What if their name was actually Nomeo?
Don't call him Nomeo.
It's
Put it this way: it's your funeral, and I will get to collect puff
No,
on
I'm
it.
not going to call him if his name's that if it's not his name.
No,
His
you
name
just
is
got your arm
Romeo.
back. You want that
Same.
neck?
Romeo, you know. if
So-
his name
Yeah.
was Nomeo.
he.
Oh, tell him my name's Nomeo.
Anyways.
Anyway,
And you
yeah.
wonder why
You're
you
just
get
a
beat up
fucking
so
tall.
much.
You are a dirty
So glad
tall.
my stream's marked mature. And then my brain thinks, man, I should make sure it's delayed.
Oh, good.
Anyway, yeah. So the werewolf himself was worth a bit of money, although didn't he escape?
He did
Yes.
He
escape.
did. Barely.
Wesley's going to resolve that issue by getting some new armaments.
Well, just remember, there has to be enough left to cash in on.
Indeed.
I mean, this much fur with blood is enough,
Just
right?
need to take out a
So-
leg.
The good news is, elves bounce back pretty quickly from blood loss. You heal up pretty quickly. A week later, you're in good shape. Your arm's out of the cast. The doctor comments, man, that arm healed remarkably fast, considering it was shattered.
Well, you know, I like to think of myself like Wolverine. I'm a fast healer. I'm not quite a Deadpool, though, yet. Can't regenerate a whole arm.
So,
Itty bitty fingers.
A week has passed since the werewolf.
All right.
Your new armaments have come in.
Excellent.
What are they?
Well, few are just some simple niceties for my rifle. I got a silvered bayonet, so I can have a little bit of melee. It also gives me a parry bonus, so I can just use my gun. I also got a scope, so I can have a little better range, especially for further pursuits without penalties. And a very special toy is being encased in the back of the car. A Barrett 50 caliber rifle. As already properly named the deputy.
I would
With
have
a
gone.
bipod.
I would have gone with the boomstick, but that's a good one.
Well, you can buy one and call it a boomstick. I won't refute.
Let me give it a shot
Yeah.
first.
Wait till you get that explosive license.
I'll name my grenade launcher
The
a boomstick.
Yeah.
This is Boomstick Junior. This is Boomstick Tall. This is Boomstick Boomstick.
This one's just
was
called
the-
Boom.
What was this?
It's a bomb.
The sword art gun's name? Right.
So-
something with the right, something with the left, and that was.
That week
I don't know which one's right.
passed.
Yeah.
One on my right is this. One on the left is this.
Bosra's back to normal. As normal as he gets.
He's healed up.
Romeo has spent that week following Vanessa.
I will be keeping general tabs on location as well. I'm not going to be like sipping a martini or something while he's working.
Vanessa, I should say, for those who don't know, is the girlfriend of the
Nick.
Detroit City Coroner,
Nick, I believe.
Nick. Yep. Nick is wheelchair bound, but somehow his girlfriend is like supermodel hot. And they received, in their investigation last time, or 2 weeks ago, 2 sessions ago, because unfortunately, due to my job, we can't do every other week. We're going to try. But they found a member of the Detroit City Coroner's Office who had been killed at home, and he had a candid picture of Vanessa sitting across the table from himself. So, the gnome Romeo is hunting down the information to see, tracking Vanessa, see what he can find out. And during that week, you receive a call. And it is just a quick message from the Detroit PD. They need you there immediately. There is an incident in a nightclub.
Okay. Go time button. And get everything set up.
You think you need me, boss?
Keep tabs on her. We will call you if we need you.
My boy is looking. I can help if you need it.
All right, then come along.
So, you arrive at the club, which is actually a warehouse. It's one of those secret clubs. They don't
Yep.
let anybody know what's going on.
He's already there.
Oh,
He actually runs the
just like-
the nightclub.
Go
It
Ty.
is.
Are you sure it's here? Yes. I'm there already. Okay.
Wow, that was fast, man.
It is called the Gothic Castle.
So it wasn't really quite that kind of music then. It was just like the sound of a graveyard.
It is
Lincoln Park and Green Day all day.
it is one of those goth clubs.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is.
Slinging the like glow in the dark, slinky things all
And
over.
as you approach,
Yep.
the entire place is surrounded by police cars, ambulances, fire trucks.
Sorry, where was this again? Which city?
Detroit.
Detroit. Okay.
Yep,
You
this
did
is
buy a silencer for the deputy, right?
Sure.
I'm I'm just across the street, but yeah.
you're in the docks area. So it's a warehouse in the docks.
You mean we're gonna silence our enemies with it? Yes, absolutely. Okay, yeah, we're in the docks.
We don't want the next county to hear it, or MCB will never let us fire it.
And the everyone is looking just quiet, muted. No one is really saying anything. You approach the club. You're kind of waved in by a city PD. He brings you to. Let me think. Grigor was Grand Rapids. I don't think I named the guy in Detroit.
Craig was Grand Rapids, yes.
All right.
So this could be Grigor.
No, Grigor is Detroit.
Grigor's has not been. Oh, well, okay.
Grigor's Detroit. Craig is Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Grigor is standing in the middle of the club. There are bodies everywhere. Blood splattered all over.
Do you think they were listening to Let the Bodies Hit the Floor?
No, hit me again. I'm not dead yet.
Oh, you're
Let's
right.
just
My
hope
bad.
it was like, don't get knocked down, but get up again, because that would be.
Only if they got back up and were zombies, then it would be perfect.
Definitely not hit me with your best
We
shot.
The funny thing
silver
is-
blade all their heads to make sure they don't get back
We were
up.
playing Jackbox games at work yesterday. One of my coworkers named himself Chubbawamba the entire time we played. That being the band that played
Yeah.
I Get Knocked Down.
Get up again. Get up again. Get down.
So, Grigor looks around
Yep.
and looks at you guys.
There you go.
How are you on investigations?
Peachy.
This was not a gunman.
This man is all investigator. I am pretty good at tracking if you need somebody run down. But he's the man on the street.
And he's good at keeping the story canon.
No.
Pay no mind to
Ow.
him, he is the muscle.
No, Jason.
Uh,
No, you don't even get a
fantastic.
clap for
that was
that.
fantastic.
No.
I mean, I was thinking across my armor, it does say Rider, but
Now it's detective.
Ghost Rider. Nobody's
But,
going to get that reference.
Yes.
Never mind.
This is Mr. Cannon. He will be.
What do you
able
mean
to
the TV
assist.
show Ghost Rider?
Oh my gosh, you know that show?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys know that show?
Yeah, and Goosebumps
It
and
was
lots of other
awesome?
nice shows. Yeah.
Holy crap, they're literally like the first people I've ever spoken to who remember that.
Did you know that Samuel L. Jackson was in the first episode of Ghost Rider as Jamal's dad?
I don't remember well enough. I just remember the fact that the show existed and it was a lazy effect. It was a crappy effect.
The only reason he wasn't in any more episodes is he was on that right before Pulp Fiction blew up.
Yep. And then English motherfucker.
Yep, and he didn't fit the PBS
Yeah.
crowd.
It was kind of the same deal with Bruce Willis. He was originally comedy with some stuff, but then he did Die Hard, and they're like, oh my god, we love Bruce Willis. Put him in all the action things.
Yep. Anyway,
Typecast.
moving on.
Yes.
I need notice checks from everybody as you start looking at the bodies.
I'll scan the outside of the building.
Okay.
Just
Notice
take a look
check.
around.
Notice or investigation?
Notice. Investigation is research.
Okay.
Like researching things. It's not
All right.
Nice explosion.
Oh, explosion.
Okay, 7.
I got a 5 for the outside.
5,
6.
6.
7.
Did I roll
7.
something else with that, or just
You
the
roll the dice and the d6.
Oh, that's what it was.
2, 4, 6.
I knew there was something else I was supposed to roll. 3.
Wait, you don't
4 or
have
5.
it, so
Yeah, so is it
it's
D4?
minus 2.
Yep.
You're
So
too distracted with being proud of that pun.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
sitting
that
here
was
going,
pretty good.
why aren't you laughing at me?
So,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You've investigated that no one enjoyed that pun.
Garrett, what'd you get again?
7.
7?
Except for me.
So the two of you look at the bodies, and you notice that it is all bite marks and claw marks.
Doesn't seem to be bite marks. You think these are vamps?
Outside the building.
I was just going to say, remember the bennies.
Oh, yeah, shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Could be zombies.
This is what happens when we don't play for a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, outside.
I mean, zombies, they'd probably get back up again, huh?
Outside, yeah, no, and outside the building, you look around, and you notice you got a 5, right?
I got a 5, yes.
You notice that the back door was chained shut. The front door was kicked in.
Okay.
And it's not like kick the door in, it's the door, the frame is bent from the kick.
We've seen that before.
Blind man can see it. I will investigate that area.
Okay. So you're investigating that area.
I'll leave the bodies to them.
What are you guys doing with the bodies? You notice claw marks
Look at,
Right.
and teeth marks
Okay. Now,
on
do
the
they
bodies.
do they look more human-sized claw and teeth, or
does it look more like a ham over
Make
here?
make a knowledge monster check.
Alright.
Or yeah.
I will assist you on that. No,
I have
it's just
knowledge. Can I do it?
Okay.
A monster knowledge check? Or?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I'll see if I can get you a +1.
D4 anyway.
4 explosion.
Well, this isn't the -2.
Oh, because I know it.
Yeah.
+1.
We got that for
alright, so 11.
That's an explosion.
Explosion 11.
Explosion. 9.
9.
13.
13. All right.
So, the claw marks are human hand sized. Like spaced, like a human hand. The bite marks are mostly chunks taken out of the people.
As in ripped out, or like they started eating and then got distracted by another body?
As in, take a bite, out, and keep moving.
Okay.
There are bodies kind of thrown all over the place. There's even one arm hanging from what used to be a ceiling fan.
I'm assuming there's an impression on the door from the foot that hit it. Is it like sneaker sized?
It is a sinker sized, yes.
Seems
Okay, so it's not like a
unusual.
clawed foot or anything. It's
No.
in a shoe.
Normally would say vampire, but they don't.
Zombies?
These guys would be getting back up again.
How long ago was the attack?
3 hours.
Oh, they definitely be
They
getting
would have
back
been
Yeah.
threatened. Yeah.
Well, zombies can
Zombies.
take up to 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like we should stab them all in the head to make sure,
They'll have it cut off
or cut it off, whatever.
or embalmed.
So,
Gotta do something with the bodies, because we
as you guys look around the bodies, Agent Johnson, you see Agent Johnson in there, kneeling over a body and doing a finger prick test.
Johnson?
Wesley?
Boys already did some checks. Seems peculiar. If these were zombies, they're taking their sweet time, but it looks more feral, such as that of a vampire or werewolf. Most likely a vamp, but...
As you're talking, his tester beeps. He looks down at it. It wasn't zombies.
No zombies.
This is the 6th corpse I've tested, and none of them have come back for zombie.
Okay, no zombie. Seemed like the door was shut, like a couple other cases we got calls in on. Those break-and enters you might recall from the cul-de-sac a while back.
Yeah.
I suspect it may be connected to all of these incursions, whether it's the Bone Man or something else in particular.
I will stand off to the side waiting for you to finish talking.
Yep. You have something to add, Finn?
Door was not broken in; it was supernaturally forced. I've
Right.
seen enough. I've seen enough break-ins that this. You'd need a jackhammer to do
something
this by
strong.
hand.
Right. Again, it seems very similar to the other cases we've had where we investigated broken doors.
Was specifically not a claw, so could not have been a transformed werewolf.
Okay, something with tremendous strength, however. Master Vamp? I really hope it's not a Master Vamp.
What about a troll? Could it do something?
Trolls
Possibly
wouldn't
a
wear
troll,
shoes.
but too
I
cumbersome.
mean, they make some pretty big shoes.
Also, they have claws, but
I just thinking
There's-
because we've
you-
come across a lot more trolls than.
you
first-
remember how big
you-
a troll claw
So,
was?
yep.
This is not how big a troll claw was. Your ego is almost the size of a troll claw.
We also ruled that out by
Okay,
the
maybe a little bit
my,
bigger.
my,
Maybe
my
a little
bigger
bigger.
than that.
we also ruled that out by the footwork. It was clearly speedy. Trolls are not speedy. It was something of great speed and great strength. Were you going to say something, Agent?
Well, we ruled out trolls because anyone who knows their stuff should be able to identify that these claws are too close together. Although, given who was speaking, I'm not too surprised.
Damn it, that wasn't even Botsar. That was actually me. Just thinking like, just trying to throw random shit out there.
No, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
I will take Basra and we will. You're going to help me look outside.
Okay.
Basra, don't touch the box in the back. I will shoot you.
Box in the back. Oh,
The 50?
cal.
The deputy.
I don't need that right now.
Is there anyone from any
wonder-
known
ooh, what's
gangs
this?
among the dead? Johnson?
No.
It's so shiny.
Just feels this might be more of a targeted
Start
hit.
using the laser claw.
No, that was one of the first things I checked. There are no gang members here. This is a rich crowd, which means we need to solve this fast.
Oh boy.
Just because they're rich don't mean they get special treatment.
Actually, you check outside. I'm going to wander around a little bit, see if I can't find any bums or anything like that. Maybe get a little bit of information.
Basar, while you're outside, check for vans.
I know we said gangs.
Will
what
do,
about
boss.
crime syndicates? They're rich people,
Can I do like a,
like the mob.
I don't know,
Their wives.
investigation check?
Not that I can identify, no.
Organized
I
crime.
don't know.
There's a lot of these bodies I can't identify, though.
Clearly, there's an arm up there.
I'm not there, so I'm going to be like, well, you obviously need a couple hands. There's a few around. I'm not there. He can't hear that. I'm just going to make it under my breath.
So,
Oh, God.
as you walk outside looking for bums, you notice outside of the perimeter there are news vans from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And
Actually,
Agent Thompson
Okay.
is talking to them.
I was about to say, if somebody isn't, I'm going to report that.
And she has a person screaming, or she's there, but currently the news is all talking to someone who is screaming about how someone came in with a gun and started shooting up the place.
Got it. So not looking there. If Thompson's letting this happen, she wants it to happen. So I'm going to look elsewhere, pretty much. I'm also going to try and make a point of not letting the news see me, like not
Make a stealth check.
on the camera.
You're going to walk away from the perimeter casually, while not looking like you're walking away casually.
I mean, if he's a gnome, can't he just turn invisible?
He's
I'm not a gnome.
I thought you were a gnome.
No.
No, he's a short human.
Oh,
He's just almost.
You are the
short.
only supernatural person in this group.
okay.
'Cause I
I
couldn't
was
be a
thinking
weird
because he was
troll.
with the gnomes that he was a gnome, but
No, they just like me because I'm not tall.
He's a dances with gnomes kind of
That's,
situation.
yeah.
Oh. I've got a 7 on the
Or rather,
stealth check.
gaining with gnomes.
7 on the stealth check. You manage to
I'm at least just trying to hide the face.
A garden with gnomes?
I'll pull up the
Yeah,
hoodie.
garbage.
the
That's what you call the game.
the actress who's sitting there talking to the news is doing such a good job that they're all focused on her.
I figured, as long as I don't make
Because let's
a...
face it, tears are going to get on the nightly news.
Of course. Which is why I'm just going the other way.
So, you do find evidence of some bums in the area, but you don't find any actual bums right now.
I'm going to scan a little bit more. Either they're making themselves scarce, or they're scared, or they're dead, but I don't see any corpses. So they also might just be scavenging right now, so I'm going to keep looking.
Please make a notice check to keep looking.
Can I make streetwise to
Yeah,
come
you
up
can
with
make
ideas where to
streetwise.
look?
Everyone else, while he's out looking for hobos, what are you doing?
I'm doing the steps of all the previous incidents that we've had so far. We obviously found the door. I'm going to make sure that there's no emptied vans from a rental agency.
That's what I was outside
Yeah.
doing. I'm outside looking for.
So notice check for
I'll
you to
follow
do
them soon
that.
after.
If you're looking outside for vans, notice check for that.
Sure. What are you thinking?
I'm just going to look around inside and see if there's anything that catches my eye.
Ooh, hello.
Notice check for that.
15.
All right.
I'm motivated.
You do not find any abandoned vans.
Okay.
I
Does
rolled
anything stand out whatsoever? I mean, obviously there's some chaos. There's news vans over there with the lady.
You do find Nobos.
Nobo's in the hood.
So
Yeah.
you do find footprints
Ooh.
leading outside outside of a side door. The footprints are covered in blood, or they're very bloody footprints. Bare feet.
I apparently missed that when I was...
Yes, but because it's a kind of a hidden door, you wouldn't find it from the outside because it
Okay.
leads into another building, kind of side door.
Okay.
But bloody footprints. 3 sets.
Basara, Cannon, Finn, here, now. I start tracking.
There's only about 4 steps for each one, and then
Sure.
they disappear.
I'm going to try tracking anyway.
You can't track
I
it.
can't track it at all?
Nope. It's not. Or go ahead and make your tracking check.
Okay.
I should say. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Ooh.
11.
11. Okay. So, it's not that the tracks just lose the blood and are gone.
Yeah.
There's no more steps after the first 3 or 4 steps.
Okay. What's ahead of the steps? Is it just an empty hallway?
Yeah.
Wait, halt. This is inside?
Is it a dead end hallway? Or?
Nope. It leads into another building.
Okay, so we could go into the next building and just see
Yep.
if something went over there.
I get the call. Did I have any chance to look around before that?
What was your streetwise?
Out of 5.
5? All right. You don't find anybody at any of the usual
Okay.
spots, but at the same time, doesn't really raise your suspicions.
I mean, again, they wander. They generally come back eventually. What time of day is it?
It's about 2 in the morning.
Okay, so they're probably holed up somewhere. Not a big deal. Not surprising. I will return when the boss says it. And then, so outside, bloody footprints. Inside, do they lead through the door, or?
Bloody footprints coming out the door. There's like 3 steps, and then they're gone.
Okay, are there tire tracks?
No, this is inside a building.
Oh, from one building to another one. Okay.
Yeah.
That is some weird shit. Check inside the building for any more footprints
Inside the building,
that they're coming out of.
there's footprints all over the place inside that, but
Okay.
that's where the massacre happened, so.
Yeah. About what size are they? Like, say I'm a size 8. Are they bigger or smaller?
There's a size 8, there's a size 10, And there's a size 6.
They're all shoe prints?
No, they're barefoot prints.
Barefoot. And the one in the door was a shoe print.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to find a shoe. However, or we might be able to find some sets of shoes that aren't claimed, but how many corpses don't have shoes?
We'll have to ask Agent Johnson for that information. He may have had it recorded.
You want to try and...
So by this time, Nick and his people are there.
Yep.
And they're starting to gather up the corpses.
Do we want to try and find either an extra pair of shoes or corpses without... We want to find shoes that aren't accounted for, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, roll call, basically.
Okay.
All right. I need search checks from everybody.
Is that notice?
This is...
Can I
Or research?
instead,
1 second.
while they're doing that,
Yep.
check to see if the other building has any like internal and external security footage?
That's an interesting question. Would this club have footage? Because...
Well, I'm also thinking the building that they went into, the second building.
Well, I'm just extending that to this building. Because clandestine club might not want, or people might not want anyone to know they were there because it's the rich kids having fun. At the same time, they might also want to just, make sure the peace is kept too.
Insurance.
It would be... Notice, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to Benny this.
Okay.
Darn it.
Could I look for security footage for both buildings?
Yes, you can... It's a notice check to look at the building and see if there might be anything.
Okay, notice.
I got a 4 to my notice check.
4?
2.
2. Eddie?
4.
4?
And then 7 for mine.
7. All right. So, the three of you scour the place, and you can't find any shoes that are not claimed. But there are also several places that have like scraps of shoes. You find a camera. It's a ways away, but it's facing the door of this club.
All right.
Inadvertently.
Let's go find that footage.
I will go with him.
My nose is
So-
itching.
You're going to have to talk to one of the agents. And Agent Thompson is still talking to the news.
Which only
Felt
leaves
like I could
one.
have dealt with her a little bit more. All right,
Wait.
Agent Johnson it is. I've messed my relationship up with him like you have. So.
Hey, he's starting to come around to me.
Do you have a brain between those points?
Maybe. We'll find out.
So, you talk to Agent Johnson.
Yeah.
And he just, all right, follow me.
You know, I always liked you, Johnson. You can get things done.
So he, you see him dig through his wallet for a minute. And then gets to the building. There's a security office in the building. Pounds on the door. Department of Homeland Security, you need to open this door now!
My rider badge.
And the door opens, flashes. Agent Johnson, Homeland Security, I need your security footage for this building now. Well, sir, I don't have the authority to let you... And Johnson gets on the voice he normally reserves for yelling at Pissarro.
So I'm already recognizing this voice. I'm going,
You're not even there.
But does Johnson
I
need
thought I was
me?
going with you.
No, I kicked you out. No.
You get no. You're helping us look for shoes.
Oh.
Yeah, this is why you're
So-
looking for shoes.
Yeah, the search for shoes takes up as much time as this is going to
Well, I like to think he perks up for a bit. Like, does Johnson need it? No, just keep counting. Keep counting.
He hears.
So-
he just knows.
Yeah.
Is Johnson
He just
yelling
screams, there was a terrorist incident next door to this building, and if you are caught, if you have evidence that can help catch these people, and you withhold it, I'm going to see that you personally get charged with being an accomplice. And I should say, the kid who's the security guard, he's like 19. Sir, okay, give me a minute. Let me try and get it. Needless to say, 5 minutes later, you have access to the system.
All right. Thank you, Johnson.
Isn't it great to have someone who can flex those official muscles?
Like I said, Johnson, you're my favorite.
So you get to the moment of the shooting starting, or the incident starting at the club. Standing in front of the building, there are 3 people. They appear almost out of nowhere. The camera is on 15-second. For it only does 4 frames a minute.
It's dumb.
It saves on space.
Oh, I know.
And it is not a very good resolution.
No. Come on, people.
But you do see 3 people appear almost out of nowhere. 2 men, average height, and a woman who's a bit shorter.
Would I recognize the back of their heads at all?
No. You get kind of side.
Oh, wait, no, we killed those vampires. Never mind.
You kind of get side looks at their faces, but they're not. Resolution isn't good enough for any sort of identification. I mean, their face is like 4 pixels. But one of the guys, you see him put boot to the door, and then they disappear in the club. The woman stays by the door. You see someone. You see one frame of someone running out of the club, and the woman standing there turning towards them. And in the next frame, there is a splash of something up in the air, and the next frame, there's nothing.
She's not even there?
She's not even there.
Well, that's interesting.
The next frame, she's standing back by the door.
Oh, okay. Not as interesting.
And a few minutes later, or a few frames later, she goes inside the club, and then everything goes. No.
Still.
A few minutes later, you notice that this is the time that we arrived on scene. So
there's no video of them coming out.
Nope.
Well, we saw the footprints from the other door.
Yeah, going down the hallway. But
Well, that gave us nothing. Almost nothing. Can we copy this footage and keep it? Just
I don't care. So you have a copy of the footage.
might backlog it for later. Try to increase the resolution.
Zoom enhance cliche.
Enhance.
Enhance.
With our
you zoom in on that? There! You know, you're trying to be a jerk, but it's actually helpful.
I don't know that one.
Big Bang Theory.
Oh boy.
So,
Alright. Can we is that the only camera we found around any of the surrounding buildings?
it's
Or
the only camera that would have done any good.
Got it.
What camera is watching the building next to it?
So this club didn't
That we
have any
think they
cameras?
might have went out through.
That's what I was asking.
What was that?
Any,
This camera didn't, or this club
the
didn't
only
have any
one.
cameras.
It's a flash club.
Okay.
It shows up for a night or two and then is gone.
Nope, I'm not surprised.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
No.
Can we check outside the next building for tire tracks or anything that might
I'm going to go into the next building.
getaway vehicle? Even though I know they're vampires.
It is 2 in the morning, so
Go ahead and do a search or a notice check to search the next building.
Reroll that 4.
Huh?
that's not a 4.
That's not a 4, that's a 2.
Oh wow! I can't read. I'm blind.
6.
So, you search the next building, and you don't find anything of interest. You find a stash of drugs. You find a
What kind of drugs?
Do you need to give the agents
heroin.
more?
I was
You find a
wanna
peak
know
corner.
so I could. Maybe I want to, turn it in and be a helpful
These are all
citizen.
just a bunch of warehouses.
Yeah, all just a bunch of warehouses.
Oh, okay.
And that's about all you find.
Okay.
No more forced doors, no more anything.
What about the building next to that? They're building that, like right next to that at all, or is it just the two buildings? Next
The police have already canvassed the next few buildings, and there was nothing.
Okay. I'll be in the van, boss. I got nothing.
I am finished as well.
I'll get back to my recon. Pretty Lay is a lot more interesting than a massacre.
Right, we killed those vampires that we came across, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Almost killed you, but you killed them.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that they didn't get away too.
That's when you did some formidable shooting at the one that charged me.
So, you... I'm going to say you go home and doze off for the night. And you have a message the next day from Romeo. And it simply says, "She saw me."
He must have rolled on that one. For stealth. Think let's get a hold of Romeo?
I'm going to need to have a talk with him because either he's sleeping on the job or she's not human. Because gnomes are literally invisible to humans
When they want to be.
when they want to be. Either he was slacking on his job and owes me a refund and the boss is going to hear about this, or this is more worrying than we thought.
We could do the old
So you're gonna
silver
call him?
test, right?
What was that?
We do the old silver test. She's a werewolf or anything, she can't hold silver, right?
Hey,
They can't regenerate
Flip a
silver.
silver gold
It's
coin.
they can actually, to my knowledge, they can touch it, can't they?
It burns.
It's
Okay.
painful.
So if they catch silver,
I actually
a silver coin, and then went,
I actually did
It's
not.
more like touching a boiling plate or something. Or just, I can hold it. Oh, God.
holding.
I'm not going to call him.
burns.
I'm going to go to the hangout
Okay.
and meet him there. Because I need a good, proper talk, and if he's sleeping on the job, the boss is going to hear that he's doing a disservice to a boy.
Okay, so you go to the hangout, and Romeo's there.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, homie?
What happened?
Now, before you get mad,
What happened?
I got someone watching it right now. But what happened was, I was trying to get in close, see if I could see anything weird inside the house. Okay?
What time was it?
It was 4 in the morning.
You sure you didn't just want to see a pretty girl sleep?
Come on, man, she's tall.
Still, you know you'd still do it.
She is tall, and that is... You want to fight, homie?
Keep going.
So,
You got to prove that it's worth the money I gave you, because I was going to give you more.
I sneak in, and there was a dude standing in the hallway. Just standing there. Not looking around, just standing there.
What do you smell like?
He smelled bad. Like he hadn't showered in 4 months.
Burnt bacon.
Anyway, I get inside, and...
He didn't see you.
No, he didn't see me. What, are you kidding?
Well, she
I'm
saw.
Romeo. I'm the best there is.
Well, she saw you, so maybe not.
So, I get upstairs, and she ain't sleeping. She's walking around, and I'm just standing in the hallway. No one can see me. I am clear as glass.
But
She looks right at me.
What
Kind of
is-
sniffed a minute.
what does she smell like?
Perfume, roses.
More than normal? More than a normal girl.
She lays it on a bit thick.
Because if you were the best, you'd know if she wasn't human. But if you were the best, a puny human shouldn't have been able to see you.
Hey man, I got past 2 people.
You only mentioned one.
Because when I went out the back door, there was someone standing just the same out back. The first guy was watching the front door. The second guy was watching the back door.
Just like the first one, just sitting there?
Just sitting there.
All right, brother. Get yourself a good one. I'll throw him a $100 bill for the work.
Okay.
And who do you got watching her now?
Oh.
Brenton?
What was that?
I literally just said Brenton. I'm trying to remember.
I got Francisco watching him.
You playing me?
I ain't playing you.
Good. Self-respecting gnome calls himself Francisco. All right, I'm gonna go in. I'm assuming you're at the office.
Yeah.
I'm going to report in person, and I'm also, yeah, I'm just gonna do that right now. So, boss, I got something interesting.
Yeah.
She might not be human. If she is, she's unusual.
How so?
She could see a gnome.
An invisible gnome?
Have you ever seen a gnome when it didn't
Oh.
want you to?
True. And I have not. And I am a keen eye.
I believe my boy, he wasn't slacking on the job, so something is wrong. As well, she had unusual guards.
Was it 2 men?
2 men, like, standing there like rigor mortis, just
So
standing.
like 2 men and 1 woman, like the footage that was reported on. From Mike Cannon.
Interesting.
Anything else?
They are almost certainly dead.
How do you mean? They shambling?
My boy, as he eloquently put it, smelled like they hadn't bathed in 4 months.
Indeed dead.
So, likely dead, and yet not shambling.
Not shambling. Sure they're not werewolves? Like someone that's been out in the forest for an extended period of time?
Can I do monster knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about vamps?
Good.
We've fought vamps before.
Yeah, no, it could be vamps.
Oh, I got
But we've been tracking down a werewolf
Could
a few
be
times
vamp.
across the last
I got a
Werewolves.
5.
A 5?
Maybe
I'm
she's a
looking
wolf,
for-
maybe they're vamps. That's why they would smell dead. wouldn't
Basically,
they?
I'm trying to guesstimate if these are higher level undead or just undead under control. Because I don't know how much I know about necromancers, because we haven't really dealt with them much, and it's not like I've got proper schooling in this.
They were not. They weren't zombies.
Sure.
Definitely weren't just your standard zombies. They'd be moving around and stuff, but these were like statues guarding.
Oh, doesn't sound like werewolves. They're a bit more shifty. Like a dog, of course.
He also said they never moved at all.
Oh, they're that still, then. Well, certainly sounds like undead.
I'd say still as the dead, but standing.
Well, yes, undead. Alright. We may have to talk to Nick.
Would actually be interesting to get her shoe size.
That's why I say we talk to Nick and go about this in a different direction.
What if we just take did
All
our
she
favorite
knows is
charge
there's
right
some
in there.
potential creeper that looked at her last night. She does not know we are involved. Assuming Romy did not give you out, which I assume he did not.
If he did, he's going to eat it.
Indeed.
I will personally put him down, and the boss will give me a blessing. You don't do that to a homie.
Oh, I understand. You have very tight bonds there.
I kept it up for a while.
You did. Good job.
I'm trying.
Well, I appreciate you getting your outside hires to look into this. We will continue further from our own direction to ensure that they are not exposed, as they have done for us.
Oh, yeah. We scratch our back, we scratch yours, boss.
Here. I pull out my nice, 10-year whiskey I usually have, once. I just give him a nice shot. Good job, son. Yeah, how's that impact a shorter person?
Well, more so, I'm trying to figure... You know, boss, you should give Romeo some of this if we get this. I think he'd love it.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
You said it was whiskey?
Whiskey.
I need a bit
That's a
more.
man's drink, son. You better enjoy that.
You call me short boy? I can take it.
I'll make you short a little with cutting the legs off if you want.
So you say...
You sassing me, son.
You will not defeat me, sir.
Hey! I'm
cut
reading
off.
in the library. Keep it down.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to make the defeat joke.
Boss, don't feed him too much. You know how he gets when he's drunk.
I gave him one shot. He's been cut off. It was the good stuff, though.
You know they can only short people can only handle a teaspoon.
What are you guys doing at this point?
Coming up with a
How do we
plan.
want to talk to Nick about this?
I talked
Hi,
about
we think your girlfriend's fiance's
I'm
dead.
gonna go back to...
Sit him down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Why
go
not?
back to actually...
What if we just have
I'm gonna
the
go back
gnome
out to-
tell us if they're still there and we go to the house? Because obviously the two dead guys are something.
Did we show
Something
Romeo the
unnatural that we
footage
gotta
to
take
see
care
if the back of their heads measure up pixelated
I mean,
to the...
It was pixelated.
me and...
Did the woman even look like her? Or did you say she had darker hair?
The woman in the footage had
Yeah.
light hair,
Light hair.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So
and
Vanessa,
Vanessa has dark hair.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The other way around. Okay.
Okay.
But it's like, because Boss and I at least have met Vanessa. We'd be able to at least
Well,
say,
we've all
like,
met
basic
Vanessa.
build. I'm assuming vague build could be at least gotten from the footage.
Ish, yeah.
Is there anything
Curious.
close? Not really.
Set up a trap.
But she still has two dead people
This
with
would be
her.
much more if we get compliance from Nick.
So even if it's not related to this, it
Talk to
could be
Nick
something.
first. We set up a weird trap. We involve
I'm
Agent
gonna go
Thompson
back
in this.
to general recon of the area and actually
Boss could just go
basically
up and
just
flip
wander.
a silver coin her way.
Basically, can I do some streetwise for rumors
Also
in the
trying to be a
area?
little bit more tricky, but
Sure.
Like, hey, we got a wedding gift for you. This lucky silver coin.
Orange.
That's actually not a bad idea if we're willing to spot some
I got
silver
3.
jewelry and offer it as an extension gift.
I only got
for
3.
their
Yeah.
engagement.
Three?
I want to make sure it fits.
Alright.
Let me put that on.
Couldn't
you.
find anything.
Just
Or we could just tell her to try it
Gonna
on.
keep looking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah.
insist she tries on and just lead Nick
Yeah.
into that plan.
You guys get a call
Yeah. On the red phone.
on the
All
red
right.
phone.
Wesley.
Hey, Wesley, this is Grigor.
Oh, Gregor, how you been?
I haven't been to bed. But we had something else I think you might be interested in.
Well, you know us, wicked and weird. We are geared. They are feared, but we are geared to get them cleared. Haven't done it in a while.
I don't think you're going to need any of your gear, but you're going to want to see this.
I will be on my way shortly.
So,
I've got the van ready.
the address he gives you is another warehouse in the district.
In Detroit?
In Detroit.
Yep. Okay.
is it just you?
I'm going.
Okay. I will continue recon if you don't ask. Pretty much.
Mike, go ahead. We'll drop you off at Nick on the way to have a quick chat with him. Zara and I will investigate if this escalates.
Got it.
But it sounds like it's not going to be a full-on skirmish.
And I can't talk to Nick, so.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to start with you two.
Or no, it's not Nick. It was the other guy, wasn't it?
It's the other guy.
Other guy.
Yeah, it was the other guy.
We're going to come to you in a minute.
Okay.
So it's going to be you
Okay.
two,
Yep.
then Mike, then Presley.
No.
So, Wesley and Basara get to the warehouse that you were asked to come to.
Yep.
and you're led upstairs onto the roof.
And I have just brought I've got my 1911 and the 810 shotgun, and then my silver axe.
On the
hatchet.
roof,
Just
there are 3 posts
Okay.
that have been driven into the roof.
Okay.
Onto these posts are tied 3 skeletons. So 1 skeleton per post. And on the ground in front of, or underneath each of the skeletons, is this just puddle of dark ichor. It smells horrible.
ooh, that wasn't me, boss.
I believe you, son. It seems
So,
like... Go ahead.
Grigor is standing there. What I can tell you is,
Master 4.
we got 2 taller fellows and then a shorter lady.
We confirmed 2 males and 1 female.
I don't know
I mean,
what's
voice doctor type,
happening,
doesn't it? Okay.
but this is up your guys' alley, right?
Yes, it is.
So go ahead and make knowledge monsters, please.
We'll also make
I
that
might have to send photo to Canon. Oh, wait. Or maybe not.
Ooh.
9.
9. You recognize this.
I got 3 to add to his.
You look down in the ichor, and underneath each skeleton is a stake, a wooden stake,
Vamps.
that is coated in ichor.
The stake
Vampires.
itself is in Ichor, or just...
It fell out of the
It
chest.
fell
I
out.
think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's Vamps.
The bodies are all facing the east.
Sun. So they were essentially paralyzed and then left to burn. Or the bodies left to burn. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. I said something about vamps earlier. Could be vamps. Could be vamps. Yes.
I just text the group possible vamps.
Vamps. Be on alert. Be on alert for the vamps.
Ready to
Grigor pulls out a piece of paper, hands it to you. It reads, "These are the people responsible for the club. They have been dealt with." And it's written in a very fine, very precise hand.
I'll hold on to that.
I think someone's trying to throw us off a trail, boss.
I think so as well.
They don't want us to keep looking.
Throw off or placate.
While we're in town, we may have a word with Nick about his lady. Thank you very much, Grigor. We will definitely follow up with you if we need any further details, but we seem pretty well concluded in this particular matter.
Get samples.
We should
We
probably
will get samples, of course, because Basar is here to collect them.
Yes, sir. And we should probably let Agent Johnson know too,
Of course.
so that he can.
First, I would prefer to talk to Nick and then see how we should escalate.
I just meant to, clean this up.
No, the
Sample.
Yeah.
Grigor cleans
I
it
assume,
up.
yeah.
Oh, Grigor. Oh,
Grigor has
They know
a company
the
that cleans it
chain.
up.
They're
Oh,
just-
he's the.
They're
Okay.
using the
I got-
contractors here to look at it. We're looking at it.
MCD
But-
is there for cover up.
Yeah.
I have a hard time
Grigor
remembering
also
which,
isn't-
who plays which role.
Yeah, no, Grigor is the Grigor's Special Response Unit (SRU)
Yep.
for Detroit. He also has companies contracted to clean up this mess, and he writes a report.
Yep.
You would also know that if you claim killing these vampires, that would be a crime.
Yeah.
Because Grigor's
No,
report
yeah,
is
his
not
report
going
would
to
say we didn't do shit. We just showed up.
We found him.
Just took samples so we can
I'm not there. Never mind.
DNA
Yeah.
analysis, I assume, or compare to other vamps, see if they turn by the same vamp. I guess I don't know.
I don't think that's a thing.
No,
that way?
we can't do that.
I don't know if that was a thing
Nope.
or not. But
It's a good idea, but no, it doesn't work.
No one's found it.
not a thing yet.
So, Mike. Oh boy. Yay. They drop you off to talk to Nick.
I have Nick's second favorite pizza.
Second favorite pizza?
Yeah, the first one's too expensive.
That's fair.
The Chicago deep dish.
If this goes south, I will spring to get him this number one.
His favorite local one, second favorite overall. Obviously.
I would say if you buy him his second favorite pizza, if you buy him his first favorite pizza to start with, you have nowhere to go to negotiate.
True.
You have no way to up your bribe.
Exactly.
2 pizzas.
You do, because you could add bacon. Boom, suddenly a better pizza.
Yeah.
Unless he's kosher.
What's wrong with him?
You don't want this pizza. You don't deserve it.
So,
You're a killer.
you
of
walk
joy.
up, and Nick is still kind of wheeling around in the morgue, and he looks exhausted.
Hey, what up, bro? Brought you some pizza. I'm like looking around, like if anyone else is in there.
And maybe some energy drinks.
Yeah, with some Mountain Dew
You
There
get
are-
3 pizza.
or Monster.
There are 10 other people in the morgue, which is double of normal.
Oh, that's right. He's dealing with a club. Yeah.
Maybe you should bring 2 pizzas.
I didn't know there was gonna be this many people. I brought one.
Just
And
order
two-
more for him.
And 2 Mountain Dews.
Order some delivery for him.
It's not
I mean,
delivery, it's DiGiorno.
So,
Oh.
I'm like texting, bring more pizza when you come back. Bring more pizza.
so he looks at you like, what's going on?
Hey, can I bring pizza with, look, between you and me, I don't trust Agent Johnson all the time. Just want to make sure these aren't zombies. So I came by to help you out.
No, these aren't zombies.
Are you sure?
Let's talk in my office. Because not everyone's read in.
So anyway,
Yeah,
I think
like
your
a zombie,
girlfriend's a monster.
zombies and something.
So he takes you to the office, takes a bite of pizza. He's eating the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Downs half. You
Get
buy
those
2
calories.
liters?
Chug.
What?
You buy 2 liters or like the liter bottles?
They're like, 1 liters. 2 1 liters.
All right, so he downs about half of a liter in a single go.
Chug.
I
chug.
just don't unzip mine.
Just let us sit
Cut
there.
off.
So, I don't trust Johnson either, but none of these people have raised. I even left a couple without finishing them to see what happens.
And that is why I always liked you.
Ken likes everybody.
Look, let me get serious here. How well do you know, what's her name again?
Vanessa?
Vanessa, yeah.
We've been dating for the last 6 years.
6 years? Would I have known that?
No.
To be fair, yeah. We're not exactly Facebook friends. But
I feel like I would be.
maybe. I don't know.
Facebook's
I
only been
feel
around
like
for about a
Canon
year
is-
at this time.
Yep.
Is friends with Facebook friends with everybody.
So yeah, no,
He keeps
she
bugging
was,
me to use this
She
app.
I met her shortly after the accident.
Okay. How good of friends was she with your former assistant? Do they talk a lot at all?
Not that I'm aware of, but I tend to get stuck in my work, so
Okay, because we've got just following up on some leads with everything that you've given us, and I slide them the picture. Like, there's something going on between them two. Don't want to like burst your bubble because I like you, but I don't know. Just some things don't add up with her.
he looks at the picture
She's got some dead guys hanging around her too.
and go ahead and make a.
Smell bad.
I didn't tell him.
I
necessarily.
think it's just gonna end up being noticed again, because
Persuasion? Charisma?
no to sense
I'm the
motive.
charismatic one,
Yeah, but you're an idiot.
but I'm not there.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna Benny it either way. That's slightly better.
Yep, it's notice.
Okay, I rolled a 6.
6. All right. He looks a little shocked, taking the picture. It's like, well, no, she. I know I get stuck in my work, but
Did we get
she'd never do this to me.
footage? So trying to remember, because when we talked back to the other guy who described her being in the van, did they have footage of that at all? Of that drop off and pick up of the bodies?
Oh, in Flint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a picture of her in the van?
No.
No.
No. It was
Right.
just the one guy.
I thought she was in the van.
No,
Nope.
there wasn't a connection.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, we wanted to be straight with you since we're following up on this. Thought I'd ask you about her a little bit. Does she have any weird uncles or anything like that that, you know, ooh.
No. I don't even think I've ever met her family. She's from New Orleans initially.
She's from New Orleans.
She's from New Orleans, yeah.
And she doesn't do any, like, weird ooh.
No.
Look, I don't know how they call hoodoo voodoo stuff,
Like,
but to me
New
it's
Orleans
like,
is kind of like a red flag.
It's funny, 'cause when I talked to her, she didn't sound like she had a New Orleans accent.
No, she...
I don't remember talking to her, that's all.
Did you talk to her?
Once.
Okay.
Yeah, she intervened here when we first talked to Nick.
Well, that was you and me. I don't know if Mike was there.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not
No,
sure.
she's done some stage shows, so she tries to disguise her accent.
Got it. And did she follow around any weird circles? Any...
No.
Okay, because we got... Do I tell her about the... Never mind. We'll save that gnome thing for later.
I mean, whenever she's not with me, she's at my house, so...
Your house.
Yeah.
Does she not have her own place?
No, we've been together for 6 years. She moved in.
What's the address of your place again?
Why do you want to know?
Because we saw her at a weird building with some weird folks. Questionable, undead, doesn't move, kind of stares at you like a gargoyle. Folk-like people. Ooh.
What? Are you stalking her?
Like I said, we're following up on every lead. We followed up on you too. You're pretty clean. I mean,
Well, that's good to know.
other than being here all the time, but still. Don't worry, we followed up on Johnson too. I wish he was a dirtbag.
I feel like you have what you're rolling your notes for, like, Nick's like, good guy, diligent, hard worker. Like, Johnson, dick, annoying.
It's like
Do not engage unless needed.
It's your own Santa's list. Naughty,
Yeah.
nice, pretty, naughty.
Yep.
Asshole.
All right.
Sorry, don't get near him.
So,
Don't let play with
go
sharp
ahead and make a
toys.
persuasion check to see if you can talk Nick into letting you...
That's why I put you on the case.
Oh man, my persuasion's not too high.
What is persuasion based on?
Charisma and spirit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
13.
Chose the right man.
I'll totally give you an autographed book the next time I print one.
I mean, sure. Yeah, I live over on 10th Street. He gives you the address.
Got it. Would have I known the address at Romeo?
I mean, you could have asked me.
I'm just assuming this conversation happened. Not yet. I'll just text it.
I mean,
hey,
we-
what was
we
the
knew-
address of?
We knew he
the
was
Romeo
going
steak
there, so wouldn't
I've
he have-
literally been sitting outside the place off and on for a while, so yes, I know where it is. I get the text.
Yeah.
I'm literally like sitting there possibly. I text it back.
It's Nick's address.
How often have you been at your house lately?
I go home every night,
Were you there?
even for a couple of hours, but I go home every night.
Were you there last night? Ish.
No, I was dealing with this.
Do you have security footage of your house at all? Cameras?
No.
Nothing? Okay.
Why the sudden interest in my house?
Because no, we had some. Our people were there, following her.
You had people at my house.
Apparently. I didn't know. Okay, I'm just finding out right now.
He knows about special people, so. Can you just tell him, like, we had a no?
Look, like I said, I'm being straight with you. We're just following all leads. No. She pulls my funny bone weird.
She pulls my... What?
Welcome to the clip of the week.
I think the last one was, do you want the finger?
I think the best part was, I could see it in your face and you realize what you said.
Yeah. Anyways. New catchphrase.
First it was, do you want the finger? Now it's pull the finger.
I said, do you want the finger, just to see the reaction
on
Jason's face.
I know. That didn't make it a good... doesn't make it not a good line.
So, why are you stalking my girlfriend?
First of all, I'm not stalking her. We're not stalking her.
Don't...
We have agents stalking her.
So you're stalking my girlfriend?
We were stalking potential leads. We didn't know it was your girlfriend until... Hey, isn't she fiance, by the way? Not girlfriend. That's a little weird and harsh.
Oh, gosh.
You sure showed him.
Yeah.
Look, they want to come up with some weird lie. I'm not going to do that. I shoot straight with you because I like you. Unlike Agent Johnson, who's a dick.
Well, he is, but that's inconsequential to this conversation.
Still.
Why are you stalking my fiance?
Because she pulled my funny beard weird.
Funny beard.
My funny bone weird.
She pulls your funny beard.
I got those writer's instincts.
Funny
You
bone,
read my
funny
book. I know where the story leads, and she doesn't lead it right. Something's weird about it.
I actually kind of like that analogy.
Just be like, dead guy had a picture of her. We were wondering.
Yeah, I mean, it started with, maybe she's having an affair, and I was looking out for your best interest because I didn't want your heart broken. And then it turned into, well, maybe she's controlling zombies, which is weird, because now you say she's from New Orleans. And, that's a weird place. Well, it used to be.
How to black magic.
It's still a weird place. Just
I think you better leave.
You're right. I will leave, but please, don't go home. Stay away. And I'll
Get out of here now.
And I'll promise you, I'll get you your favorite pizza next time.
Get out.
We're past the party.
Get out. Out.
All right, you have my number. I'm sorry. Wolverine.
So you you walk out the door.
we're having fits over here.
Mm-hmm. And so, Josh, you've been watching their house.
Mm-hmm.
Sparkles.
Watching, investigating the area. Not getting, within a block of the house.
Okay.
Francisco's got that. I'm not, I'm investigating. I'm not sleuthing. I don't know if that actually works, but you get my point.
Could be like a house over with a 50 cal.
I'm not lugging that thing around.
2 houses over with a 50 cal just waiting.
Yeah. Do something.
I mean,
something.
I could be down the block aiming through multiple houses and still probably hit her.
Give me a reason.
So,
I haven't actually seen it yet, so I don't have a hard on for it.
what are you guys doing now? You don't find anything around the house.
Just, boss told me to do it. I don't got anything better to do. And it's potentially a lot of money, so.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
We're going back to pick him up.
All right. So you pick Mike up.
Mike, how'd it go?
It went well for a little bit. Then it went south.
And
Then I made him chuckle. Then I made myself chuckle. And then I told him everything. And I mean almost everything.
did you tell him about Romeo?
I didn't use Romeo's name.
Good.
I just said we had special agents.
Good. That is protocol.
I think we'll call him 00 half point, but
I would not prefer calling him to that or Nomeo, as the officers to call him.
00.5.
Not 005 or 00 Nomeo or whatever.
But
Anyway,
Anyways, he didn't like that we were stalking his girlfriend. I said we
Well,
weren't
yes.
stalking, we were following
Secret
leads. He didn't like that
agent,
either.
midget,
I promised him more
secret.
pizza. He said, get out. I said, go over here.
Well, this is a lot within the process, so hopefully the bridge is not fully burned. So
I don't think it's fully burned. Well, for you guys. Maybe for you.
Why?
Because he likes you more than he likes me now, I think.
Well, yes.
As I said, it's not fully burned for you. It might be for me. Who knows? Pizza might do the trick.
No, he'll forgive you if this.
I told him
does-
not to go home, though.
Good.
I don't know if he'll listen. He probably won't listen. He probably doesn't trust us, or he's in on it. I don't know. Pulls my funny bone weird still.
You what? Are you getting enough sleep, son? Did you tap into my personal reserve or some of Basar's moonshine?
I got my own reserves, and I don't trust his moonshine.
Good.
That stuff will burn off your eyebrows.
Why do you
Air
think
on your chest.
Why do you think the gnomes like it so much?
Well,
You
again,
can't kill them.
I do use it to clean my guns.
I do too.
So-
but I don't tell him that.
Well, I mean, I don't drink the stuff myself either, so I mean, you use it for whatever you want.
Yeah.
Moving on. Day goes by,
Yeah.
and Francisco appears.
Yep. What you got, boy?
House now.
I want Francisco to speak French so bad.
Oh, I couldn't know that.
So
If you were
we
there.
had something happen.
French sister.
What's up?
So
Wait.
this guy comes into the house, wheeling in a wheelchair, and he looks up at the big man standing in the doorway, and says, "Hi, Bobby, I'm home."
Say what?
And,
Say what?
Hi, Bobby, I'm home.
Oh, hi, Bobby, I'm home.
And wheels right past me in the living room. Then, girl's there. She macks on him and says, "Hi, honey. Welcome home. Had some weird things happened yesterday." He said, "I know. People were following you. And I know who it was, too." And she said, "Oh, really? We're going to have to take care of that."
They're gonna come to us.
And they had a long conversation. He seemed to think you gotta just leave her alone. But he went downstairs. I was finally able to get downstairs because neither me nor Romeo have been able to do that for last week because there have been something on the door.
A bolt. New information. A
No.
bolt up high.
They can teleport.
Okay.
They can literally teleport through walls. It's warded?
Yeah, he's got a ward on the stairs.
Actually, I don't. Fuck. It's blocked. I'm gonna go with blocked. I don't know if I know what a ward is.
I would.
The gnomes.
The gnomes do it?
It's
Okay.
blocked. It's warded against us. No one can teleport into his basement. But I was finally able to follow him down.
Good boy.
Took him like 20 minutes to get down those stairs on that stupid chair, though.
Tall people.
Of course. People.
That's a little edgy.
Doesn't matter
you're
about the
not
wheelchair.
You're not going to believe me with what's downstairs.
Hit me.
Dead bodies. And some living ones.
Moving ones or living ones?
Well, there's some living girls, and then there's some moving bodies. Some zombies. Zombies. Give me some zombies.
You relax saying zombies.
All right.
I gotta call the boss. You got anything else for me?
No, man, that's about it.
Tell you what, boy. I'll give you 200 now. And if-
200 fool. This is
Hold it.
$1,000 worth of
Hold
info.
it, boy. I'm not cutting you short. If they're all in on this, I'll give you a cut.
20% finder's fee.
Boy, I get less than 20%. The boss gets more. The boss is the only one who gets more than that. I'll give you a cut of my percent.
20% finder's fee.
20% of my percent.
50% of what you get, fool.
30.
45.
500 now. 40 of what I get.
Sounds good, dog. And he just fist bumps on it.
Boom. Cash. I'm calling the boss.
Finn?
Ding, ding,
Boss.
ding, ding.
This is a lot worse than we thought.
Nick's behind it, isn't he?
Oh, it's more than that.
How?
I'm headed to the shop. They might be coming for us. Also, we owe Francisco a chunk.
Don't worry about the money. He can take some of my cut if he needs to, if it is that bad.
Yep, that's what I told him. If it was that bad, he'd get a cut.
I'll get him and his boys a keg if they want, or whatever they feel to indulge in. You don't need to speak money sometimes, you just need to speak booze.
Hey, they love a good party. They just don't love cleaning it up.
Alright, but first forward party, what's the situation?
Nick's in on it.
Yeah.
And I can't tell. I don't know who's the mastermind. He's got a lab in his basement.
Why didn't we hear about this before?
It's warded against gnomes.
Wait, warded?
Magical
Why
block.
are we just finding out about magic? We're looking for a necromancer.
That's a good question.
Look, it doesn't matter. If it's warded, it's magic. It could be the necromancer, it could be the bone man. We need to call that. We might need to talk to Agent Asshole as well. Alright, let's reconvene at the base.
Hey, boss, couldn't help out over here. You want me to call Agent?
No, I will call Agent.
You want me to get the defenses ready for the place in
I
case
want
they
you to
attack?
get any toys you have, and you might have to tap into my box, but we will figure that out as we get closer.
I'll say thank you, boss.
I will set up on the street over and literally just tell me where to shoot through the wall.
Got an idea.
I've been trying to not go crazy. It's
Okay, do we all gather? Because,
We all gather.
Yep,
Okay,
you all
so-
gather.
Yeah, you got an idea?
Oh, did you relay the information?
Yep, I'll get back. I'll report everything he said in less jargon and more. No, mostly jargon still.
This might be a far-fetched idea, but I think we should have some of us wait here, most of us, and then one of us teams up with Agent Johnson and Thompson and raids their house.
Are the
2-point
MC,
strike.
are the agents going to be willing to raid? They don't do strike. That's what they pay us for.
Wow.
Well, you need to talk to him first either way, so.
Okay.
What, Pointy?
Oh, I was going to
But
volunteer
if they
to go
know that
with
there are
Agent
living people
Asshole
there waiting
and
to be
raid the house.
sacrificed, I think they'll move
I
on.
just want to do some more bonding
Okay,
time.
so I call everyone in our office. I assume my office is kind of fortified, like it's a good door and all that shit.
Yeah.
So just,
I'm
mean,
just
assuming,
in case.
we-
Yeah.
I'm
we have
assuming like the
Yeah.
building has a portcullis
Yeah.
and things you can
You-
secure it
You
against.
also
I was
got
gonna say, I
a good
assume we have,
old
like, a-
building, solid.
Right.
I was going to say, I assume we probably have like a weapons locker area with all the guns, so you kind of have to have a
Yeah,
real
yeah.
secure facility
Oh,
for
yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure it's.
Got a lot of
For the regulations
merchandise
as well.
that people shouldn't get their hands on.
So I lock the doors. I put the phone on conference. I have everybody next by, and I dial for Agent Johnson.
Should
I
we?
give him,
Muzzle him?
Yeah, I'm giving him the dagger eyes. Shuts.
I'll be good. I'm ready to. I get to go AWOL on some people in a
I
little
even
bit.
just like
so-
pat my. Smith and
No,
Wesson a
I'm
little
just
bit
going to
and
set
tell
my
him-
knife on the table
Yeah.
and be like,
I think we
this
all
is
just
for
look
you
at
if
him.
the boss tells me
Agent
to.
Johnson.
Yeah. Johnson, it's Wesley. Okay, I'm gonna be really quick and clean here. We found out about the club. The club officials were staked and burnt at a rooftop in Detroit. We then found out a note that they said it's been resolved. We are still trying to analyze the handwork. But anyway, Nick, member of the coroner's office in Detroit, we just found is in cahoots with a possible vampire cult group. And
Necromancer.
possibly the Bone Man.
Or he
Really?
is the bone man.
Yes. We have visual confirmations and multiple incidents with our own private investigators.
All right. I'm going to call in the SRT.
What would you like us to do for tactical response? They are most likely coming for us. We will defend ourselves, but do you want any of us with the strike force?
SRT is going to take a while to get here.
Understood. We can bring a man or two if you would prefer. I know you do not want Bassar, but he is a very formidable assailant
Well-
in such matters.
If you think they're coming after you, me and Agent, shoot, what did I name him?
Craig?
No,
Russo. That guy.
me and Agent Russo have some ops experience. If you want to take him now, we'd join you.
It would be beneficial
Okay,
to not bring
I just
in
want to
the
go on
SRT.
record. I am probably going to regret the decision, but I hope you enjoy this show. I feel that Bassar would be your best for the door kicker.
Oh, I agree. I want to put him out front.
I was
Very
going
good.
to say the same thing, sir. He can't annoy you if he's
I want to
taking
put
the
him
brunt
in
of it.
front of my guns.
Very good.
I'm strangely okay with this.
We will also provide him a secondary just to make sure that we get proper support there, and a couple of us will defend. We'll convene after this call and sort that out, but assume Basar will be here at +1.
Whoever you can get to the house, we'll meet you there. We'll meet you there in
I feel like this guy's
2
name
hours.
is Jack. Is his name Jack?
Yes.
what? Agent
Jack?
Johnson?
Yeah.
No, his first name is not Jack.
Dang it.
Jack Johnson.
And as you end that call,
Yeah.
we're gonna end for the night.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining. We'll be back in a few minutes just to have some conversation.
Period, because we're sitting on the couch.
And we're back! Yay!
Yay!
Oh, you better tune in for the next one. You got Basara and Agent Asshole just doing a full assault
Good
against the band.
quality bonding time.
Who knows? It could go completely bad, or they might become beer buddies. We'll find
I
out.
hope we can become beer buddies. Oh
Someone's
my
gonna
God.
kill somebody.
Someone's gonna
That's
kill
gonna
somebody.
be that would make for quite the change.
That would be quite a story.
So, yeah, no, it's, yeah, Jess, you're right. Basaro +1. It's a date!
Double dates.
Yeah.
I look forward to our
Probably
time
gonna do
together,
2.2,
Agent.
but we'll have to figure out.
You just walk up. I knew I was right to swipe right.
Jason, as a note, because I just did it, but careful of the mic when you're coughing.
Oh yeah,
You kind of cupped it down right to the mic.
I know. I keep trying to go to cover it, and then I forget when I actually. Like I do it when I clear my throat, and then I forget if I actually cough.
We're all still kind of getting used to the lapel mics too.
Yeah, they're different than having
So-
the mic on the table.
Yeah.
No combat,
No comment.
mostly notice checks.
We're gonna have a lot of combat next time, I think.
I felt that was pretty good though.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good. No, we finally got past that block. I didn't want to do anything with Vanessa because, again, it was the whole stalker, and then we're going to trigger Nick. We needed some matter of subtlety with that, which none of us are subtle at all.
No.
And the only resource we have is the guy that didn't show up.
Yep.
I mean, you didn't ask for help.
No, that's true.
Although we could have
The other thing is, I could have literally like taken a picture, like tried to sneak up to the house and take a picture of the guy in the front door, and then go into the agent and be like, "Here's proof."
So I should have tried to have it written down, but I was trying to make Francisco's report be like Louise telling a story.
Oh yeah. No, did you hear about that thing on Twitter where they want all the Avengers movies up to like
Yeah.
Endgame explained by Luis?
Oh, I would love that.
I would love that too. I'd be like, take my money.
I was waiting for that to be like the last
Louise?
trailer they do.
Who's Louise?
So,
Did you ever see
listen,
Ant-Man?
Listen, there's Ant-Man, there's
Oh,
this guy, and
yes,
he goes,
yes.
hey man, what's going on?
Yes,
and then he
that
goes
Louis,
this, and he goes
yes.
to this other guy, and this guy goes, man, that's so cool.
And then he just snapped his fingers, and then everybody was real sad, and then like a lot of people died.
Yeah, no, I would love
Here
to
we at.
see that where Luis.
Oh yeah, then you have like Civil War, where it's just like, and Cap's just like, no, I'm going to protect my boy, and Stark's like, no, we're your family, man, you gotta take care of that shit.
You can't go against the man, but you used to go against the man. I know, but then I went against the man, and then I learned the man's not so bad.
And find out there's just super assassins, and they're like,
But
okay,
no,
let's
that
see what-
was
like, oh, you killed my moms, I'm gonna mess you, fool.
despite the fact that not much really happened role wise or character wise. We advanced a lot of plots.
Yeah.
And I think next time would be our 10th episode, and I was planning about 10 episodes for the first story arc.
Maybe.
Ninth,
I'm at
maybe?
4 advance. This is the
was
4th
it?
advancement, so that's 8 episodes.
Speaking of which,
I think
that
my
is my
advancement.
third advancement.
So that would be our 9th. So
I'm the same as that is. So
Yep.
so yeah, just about 10 episodes.
So you get an upgrade. I recommend something combat focused.
I was gonna say, is there a way to add skills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You just they keep going up steps. So if it's something you have nothing. it's
Adding
just
a
default.
new
'cause, like-
skill
well,
takes
'cause,
one
like,
advancement.
I wanna get like good at notice, so I don't have to take a negative.
Okay.
Oh, you can
penalty
increase two skills that are under the
Right.
dice level.
I believe you have an actual D4 in notice. Everyone has it.
Everyone has a D4
So
notice.
you can just put
okay.
part of your advancement to up notice by 1. And
Basically,
another skill.
if you have agility, I believe notice is agility
Smart.
or smarts. If you have a smart of at least D6, you can put notice up to from D4 to D6 and something else as well.
Yep.
Okay.
As long as they're under that level. So because my shooting is equal to my agility, it would take 1 advancement to just bump shooting, or I can bump 2 things that are under these.
So yeah, no, that was fun. I was trying to. I didn't do a very good job, but I was trying to get the beginning to be kind of like the intro to Blade.
Okay.
You know, the club.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Vampire attacks the club.
The biggest question is, who and how were those vampires staked there?
Yep.
Because
I never got to Nick to check the handwriting if it is her and they're just some other group and these are defectors.
May or may not have been doing some foreshadowing.
well, because the biggest thing is,
What if they
Noises.
weren't even vampires for very long? What if that's something they did? They actually made fresh vampires and as they were turning, staked them
Well, here's
just to make a scapegoat.
well, that is possible. On the flip side, though, why would they announce it?
Right.
If it, let's go under the assumption that Nick and Vanessa have something to do with these vampires.
Because that happened
Hold on.
after.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Even if that is true, and they could create more vampires to use as scapegoats, why would they announce it? Why wouldn't they instead let us go randomly hunting for these rogue vampires? Which rogue vampires happen all the time. 3 of them is a bit much. We know that new ones go on crazy rampages. It's not unheard of or unbelievable that 3 new vampires said, "We're hungry, let's rip apart this club." That would have been a perfect distraction for us to not find them.
What if there's a were-turtle who's a good guy? And he's a ninja master. Oh, I'm not done. He's a ninja master, and that's how he was able to overpower these fresh vampires.
So he was
and
trained
stake
by a
them.
were-rat in the sewers? We have to
No.
placate him with offerings of pizza?
No, just a were-turtle.
Raphael.
Oh, Jess, if you're curious about my defense, you're gonna have to tune in next week. I have plans for the store. I'm gonna protect the shop. Don't you worry.
Also, I think I might be able to get a handful of claymores.
I really want the agent just to be like, you know what? I'm going to prove you for explosives, and then I can get some grenade launchers.
That's what I mean. I might be able to call in a
hoping
rough
maybe,
favor and get some basic explosives.
Some of
But
them come
we'd
to our
also
base
have
and
to
help us
clear
out.
out the area.
I mean, think about how easy going into that building would be right now for me if I had dual grenade
Now, if we
launchers.
line the sprinkler system.
Boom, down the door.
Fill the sprinklers with holy water.
Holy water.
Jess, you don't know Eddie. He is always crazy prepared for a siege.
Both that one and the literal.
I feel like
So-
we should let Eddie go through and make a map of what our building looks like, and then write in
Well, he
where
usually
certain
does
defenses
that,
are.
so I don't just figure like, oh look, this is a tower defense. It's where we just like.
Well, I mean, it's got to obviously
Go
be
around,
like
there's a
a
flamethrower
typical
right
modern
there.
day looking building that would fit,
Sure.
and then go nuts with the inside, like go like the James Bond Skyfall, where you got like lights that are ready to explode with a light switch, so that like holy water down on them, or
No, just the sprinklers.
little like wood shavings that are blessed go flying everywhere,
Blessed wood shavings wouldn't do anything.
No, you just gotta do it like
like a
Bobby
steak,
did.
you know,
Hollywood
Shavings. It has to be
not like shavings, but like shards.
It has to be like the size of that can and through the heart. You can't fire a scrap of wood with that much unless you're
Holy
talking like
water
a hurricane.
sprinklers and
So,
Yeah.
no,
These
it'll
are
be
zombies,
interesting
not
next
me.
week.
wood spikes hanging from the door, so when the door opens, it's right in, right into the heart. I saw that on a
I was saying
YouTube channel that these people bought a house,
Yeah,
and
can
they
we,
actually were like,
Yeah.
the house itself had been
Get a
booby
layout
trapped.
of the building? Can we
They had
figure
to
that
actually
out?
do
or-
disarm
sort
booby
that out
traps
next
throughout
time.
this whole
We'll
house
sort that on for next time.
before they can
It's-
renovate.
There was
It's
one
the
guy
usual
who
thing with
willed
me and
his
him. He
house
gives me a
to
map
his
and I just go,
family
okay,
and filled
here,
it with
here,
booby
here,
traps,
here.
and
And
they
The
could never
library would
find
have
all
some
of them, so they had to
display,
destroy
but
the
not a lot,
house.
but also a
Oh, I
lot.
wonder if it's the same one. 'Cause they were
Possibly.
walking-
This is like 10 years
They were
ago.
walking up like a stairs, and they were like, "What is that?" And there's like a
we-
rope across the string, and
rope across
a string across the step, and it goes
curious
up the
how-
wall, and it had a wood plank with a
How many of
butcher
the
knife
other
or like a big stabbing
monster
knife.
hunting groups
I don't
have
remember.
like
This is
wards
Came
and
down.
stuff?
When it was like right
Like,
eye level and everything.
MHI has.
Oh no, this is like an axe,
Not
crossbow,
exactly like
TV
that, because
electrocutes you.
That's unique,
Well,
but
the MHI's ward is unique, but
I wonder if
wards
they're-
themselves, like governments have those.
It,
Like
So-
the White House is warded.
yeah, I'm wondering if
For-
we
Congress is
for,
warded.
for the
would
record,
we have any
A-
sort of
wait,
ward?
well, there's
From now on, I'm researching into wards.
The only reason MHI has a ward is because
Well, yeah.
he
Harbinger.
stole it from
Harbinger took it from Hitler.
He stole it from Hitler's private bunker. But the catch is, there's two specific kind of wards in this. Three. There is Ward Stone, which is basically Halo giant bubble shield. Anything outside of this dimension is just literally exploded.
Kaplooey.
It is basically a grenade. It's hard. It's stupid.
What is that? Hamster Huey and the Gooey Kablooey?
There are magical talismans, which is like basically think a good luck charm. Then there's the in-between, which is generally considered like a reference to the Shinto thing, where you have like the magic paper you stick to walls. That can hypothetically prevent undead prevent a ghost from going through this wall. That is very possible for a decently powerful magician to do.
Also
and
depends on the faith of the like.
faith, magical power, etc. The other thing is, we know they had living girls in the basement, which tells me virgin sacrifices, and those things give you power out the wazoo. So they can easily fuel a warding spell for this one room. And again, it was simply warded against magical entry. It obviously wasn't warded against undead or anything like that. The ward stone is a basically a nuke, functionally speaking. This is like a reinforced door in comparison. Does that make sense?
Just something to.
No, I mean,
Okay.
I know about that.
I'm explaining for
yeah,
everybody.
On that note, you might want to consider connections with like some sort of mage group if you want
Yeah.
that kind of access.
obviously.
Just make nice with one, or be like, "Hey, we really need a ward." if
Unfortunately,
possible, if we can
all
do a
magic
favor."
is illegal. Because in this universe, you have to get your power from somewhere.
Sure.
Somewhere external, and the number of good places that give you the number of good power sources are so minuscule compared to the number of evil power sources.
Sure.
Also just because
elves
you
don't have magic, right?
Nope. Well, elves have magic, yes. They have basic magic.
Okay.
That's your person that can ward stuff. Potentially.
Well,
If he had magic, which he doesn't.
He's a, yeah.
I don't.
But he probably knows someone who
Yeah,
does have some
he might have
Yeah.
a pawpaw that can do
the
that.
other thing is, just because you have been a good caster doesn't mean you will stay a good caster.
Sure.
So the MCB basically just does a blanket, all magic is illegal unless we say so. That doesn't mean people still don't still do
And even
it,
when they
but-
say so, it's we're watching you the entire time.
Nothing's
If
illegal
you show
unless
any
you get
sort
caught.
of twitch. or
No,
going
it's still
evil,
illegal.
you're
You just
dead.
haven't been penalized for it.
So,
what I mean. It's not
for my
illegal.
advancement,
No,
I
it's still
had
illegal.
one thought in there. There's that first strike, which is you can initiate melee strike once per turn when someone just hits adjacent to you. If I use my rifle with a bayonet, would that qualify for a first strike?
Yeah.
I would like to take first strike.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and end the stream there, so
Yep.
because we got a lot of
Sure,
paperwork to do. But
Absolutely.
thank you for joining us, Jess, and everyone else who was probably everyone else in this room, but I don't care. It was fun.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Actually.